we're here to do something a little bit different today. We're not cooking, as you can see. We're not out at the pit. We're not down in the studio. We're out in the garage. Now, why in the heck would we be out in the garage? Well, we got a little project we're going to work on. Now, these are gauntlets, as you can see. They go on arms. They got like a Halloween costume, cosplay, that kind of thing. Now, Danielle wants to use these next month when we go to a convention, Nerd Out Con. And they're going to go great for her costume, except for they're the wrong color. That kind of sucks. So what do? Well, you can paint them, right?
Yeah.
Pretty easy to do, sure. Problem is, these do move a little bit, they do bend a little bit, and with this shiny coating on them, it's a possibility that even paint like we have here, so we've just got the old Krylon, no sponsor, may or may not stick to them real good. You don't want it chipping and peeling and making it look like crap. So we're going to put a little bit of my ancient knowledge from way back in, when did I second go around in college, I think it was? Yeah, automotive. We are going to take and Scotch-Brite these, again not sponsored, but a rough pad. And what this should do is this should take just a little bit of the shine off of these things. And the reason we want to do that is we want to give just a little bit of scuff for the paint to stick to these guys. Now, it doesn't seem like this Scotch-Brite is taking
I saw a
it.
little bit of stuff coming
You
out.
did see something?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a little bit of flaking.
All right, so we're not going to bore you to tears showing you how to take all of this off, because we're going to have to scuff them inside and out thoroughly. So we're going to do that off camera. We'll show you what they look like when we're done, and then we'll show you the next step. So we've got them all scuffed up a little bit. It didn't take a lot of the shine off, but it took enough off. We're just going to give them a quick blow down, make sure there's no dust on them. Now, one other thing we got to kind of remember when we're doing this is that these spray paints like this usually have a little bit of a, well, they have a vehicle, like a paint thinner kind of a thing going on. And the reason that they have that is to give you a vehicle to move the paint itself out of the can and onto your project. And I also think that that vehicle will, at least in part, help us to get a little bit of adhesion to the material. Now, these are metal, so I'm not too worried about anything like the paint thinners or whatever they're using for their vehicle to erode the material that they're made out of. Because if they were plastic, some paint thinners, lacquer thinners, other things they may use as a vehicle for the paint could eat plastic. These are metal, not too worried about it.
We thought they were plastic in the
Yeah, they were plastic
packaging.
in the store. When we took them out, it's like ding. I was like, oh, they're metal.
Even better.
Yeah.
Ones I had found on Amazon were like $14, $15. These were $5 a piece.
Exactly. So
That's
we got a
right.
little bit better deal on them. They're the wrong color, but so what?
We had some silver paint at home and a bit of time in our
I had a
hands.
can that I bought on sale.
Find stuff on sale.
A couple of things I also want to point out. For example, painting cars, one of the last steps you would do is to take what they call a tack cloth, and you'd also take wax and grease remover or something of that nature to the material to make sure you got all the fingerprints off, make sure you got all the hand oils off, to make sure you got all of the dust off. Well, again, we're not that critical about these, because it's not like we're making a shiny car or a show car or anything. As long as these change color and they stay solid, they're going to look fine. Now, we're in a well-ventilated area. We're out in the garage. It's wide open. It's a nice day out. The paint should dry relatively quickly. But one of the things I want to caution you on, most people when they spray paint things, they want to get heavy coats of paint to make coverage in one coat. Absolutely worst thing you can do, because that's when you get runs, right? Nobody likes having the runs.
No.
So what we're going to do instead, now that we've got our paint shaken up pretty good,
Shaking that stirred.
yep, I'm going to test the paint, make sure it's going to come out all right. Looks pretty good. Now I'm just going to put what they call a tack coat, dust coat, adhesion coat, and we're just going to give it a really light coat.
Ooh, that's a nice silver too.
Yeah, that should be a really good looking silver. See, we're not getting crazy on it in the first coat. Now what this will do is this will help the paint bind to our surfaces, give us a little bit of adhesion, maybe bite into that outer layer of that piece just a little bit. You can see there's metallic flake in it and everything. That's gonna
I
be
like
pretty
that they're
nice.
not like super shiny on that
Right,
too,
right,
compared
right,
to the
right.
gold.
Looks like metal, not
Yeah.
like shiny. Yeah. So we're gonna let that dry. I'll probably do 2 or 3 more coats over this. We'll turn them over once they're completely dry. Do the other side. Maybe we'll do a little fast forward montage just to show those steps as we go along here. see what they look like when they're done. All right, so we've given them a little chance to dry. Now there's a few spots that are a little tacky yet, but we're not worried about that. That should be just fine. Paint looks good on the top. Now I put it on the plastic, so in the event that that paint isn't completely dry on that edge, and it does stick to the plastic a little bit, it'll be easy to pop off, to turn them over tomorrow and just reshoot them, no big deal. But as you can see, we still have a lot of gold to cover on the inside. This is a little bit trickier to do because you can't get the can down in there, and if you get too close to it, you're probably going to run the paint. The good thing I'm doing is on the inside, it won't really matter. But we're just going to dust them, basically. There, I just put a drop on the plastic. And again, we're probably going to do like 4 coats on the inside. Not so much because we don't care what the inside looks like, but it'll keep the consistency to it. And when they do move, when she puts them on and off her wrists, it shouldn't pop the paint off. If we get good adhesion, it should be all right. So we'll give you a couple of seconds of speed montage as we shoot these 4 coats on there. And then we have to come back tomorrow and see what they look like. So hang on. Here we are. It's actually been a couple of days since we painted these. And I did flip them over and shoot the other side. You can see the color is very good on these. Looks great. The big test now is going to be if the paint will stay on when you move them. So I'm going to take the camera here. Danielle's going to put these on. Let's see what they do. See if they shred it.
They feel different.
Yeah, feels like a little different metal now.
Maybe.
There we go. And maybe. There you go. Seems to work just fine.
Yeah.
As long as the silver don't come off on your hands, I guess we're in good shape, right?
My hands all half of the
That's all right. They look great. They look a lot. They're not gold anymore.
Hands sparkly.
Yeah, a little glitter. That'll be fine. There you go, gang. We did it. We did it. We made those gold things silver. And that'll be a great thing to do for her cosplay or for any costume you might be working on. And with Halloween coming up, it'd be a perfect time for you to experiment with a little bit of arts and crafts, in this case, body work, to make your costume just that one step better. Have the confidence in yourself to do it. Like, share, subscribe, ring a ding the bell notification. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of this video. But always remember what we always tell you. Number is 3. No, that's not right. We did it. You can do it too. We know you can. So get out and try.